Have you ever found yourself awake at 2 a.m., replaying conversations, rethinking every decision you've ever made, or worse yet, stressing about choices you haven't even made yet? See that nagging feeling, that endless mental loop? Yeah, that's called overthinking. And here's the harsh truth: it's more than just nuance. It's slowly, quietly stealing your life away from you, one moment at a time. Welcome back to Hard Truths, the podcast that's not here to sugarcoat, but to shake you awake and help you reclaim your life. Today, we're diving headfirst into the chaos of overthinking. We're unpacking why it happens, how it's sabotaging you more than you realize, and most importantly, how you can finally break free and take your life back. Let's get honest for a moment. Everyone overthinks from time to time. But chronic overthinking? That's different. It's like your mind is stuck on repeat, replaying thoughts without even reaching clarity. Here's something most people don't realize. Overthinking isn't random. It's actually a defense mechanism. See, your brain thinks it's protecting you by analyzing every possible outcome, every permutation, preparing you for the worst. But instead of clarity, what you really get is paralysis, and anxiety, and worst of all, stress. See, overthinking is driving in a fog with the gas pedal pressed to the floor. You're burning fuel, but you're not moving forward. You're stuck. You confuse motion for progress, when in reality, you're just spinning your wheels in place. Let me ask you this. Ever had a crucial decision, like accepting a new job offer, ending a toxic relationship, or sending an important message, and instead of acting, you just kinda waited? You sat frozen, contemplating every possible scenario until your mind felt numb. Yeah, I've been there. And the truth is, that hesitation doesn't protect you. It traps you. So let's go deeper into the psychology of it all. When you're overthinking, you're not just being cautious. You're actively engaging the brain's fear circuits. Overthinking triggers the amygdala, the part of the brain's responsible for processing threats. It sounds the alarm, even if the threat isn't real. See, this response floods your system with cortisol, the stress hormone. Over time, this chronic activation wears down your nervous system and your immune function. Your brain believes it's protecting you, but what it's really doing is preparing you for a threat that doesn't even exist. There's a concept in neuroscience called the cognitive load. Your brain only has so much processing power at any given moment. Overthinking drains that capacity with imagined problems, which leaves you mentally fatigued and emotionally flatlined. Imagine your mind is a computer, okay? Every tab means this. What if I fail? What if they don't like me? What if I should wait? See, those tabs, they're consuming bandwidth. Eventually, your system slows down. Nothing runs smoothly. And that is what overthinking does. See, you aren't broken. You're just overloaded. And that overload keeps you stuck in a loop. What psychologists call rumination. Rumination is repetitive, negative thinking about past events or future anxieties. And it's strongly correlated with depression and anxiety. According to Dr. Susan Hoeksema, a pioneer in this field, chronic ruminations are 4 times more likely to develop clinical depression. Have you ever felt this before? After a long session of overthinking, you're physically drained. Your head hurts, your body feels tense, and you're emotionally exhausted. See, that's your body reacting to your mental scenarios as though they're real. And frankly, it's just not sustainable. Let me share something personal with you. A few years back, I was offered my dream job. Honestly, it was exactly what I dreamed of. But instead of immediately saying yes, I spiraled into overthinking. What if I wasn't ready? What if it led to failure? What if it changed my life in ways I wasn't prepared for? See, days went by, and I became exhausted with indecision. By the time I finally made a decision, I had robbed myself of all the excitement. Does that sound familiar? Maybe you're stuck in a similar loop right now, hesitating, frozen by fear and uncertainty. Let me tell you, you deserve better than that. Here's another story to illustrate just how sneaky overthinking can be. See, a friend of mine had a chance to study abroad, something she's always dreamed about her entire life. But instead of packing her bags, she began to overanalyze everything in detail. In her head, she thought, what if she just didn't make friends? What if the classes were too hard? What if she got homesick? She lost so much time in indecision that by the time she was ready, the opportunity had passed. She missed out not because of external circumstances, but because her mind trapped her in fear and doubt. Enough is enough. It's time to regain control. Here are 6 ways I've tried and tested to break free from this cycle. The first, try the 5-second rule. It's easy. When you catch yourself spiraling, count down from 5 and then physically move or take an action. This small step interrupts the brain's anxiety loop and helps you really reset. Second, write your thoughts down. Literally, put pen to paper. When your worries are laid out in front of you, you can clearly see what concerns are valid and which ones are simply your brain playing a simple trick on you. Third, actively challenge your thoughts. Ask yourself, what's the absolute worst that can happen? Is it likely to occur? And even if it did, could I survive it? Oftentimes, you realize the fear are exaggerated. Fourth, engage in mindfulness practices, such as deep breathing, meditation, or even a simple walk outdoors. These activities help bring you back to the present moment. They reduce anxiety about hypothetical futures. Fifth, set clear deadlines. When decisions have clear timelines, you reduce the mental bandwidth used to ponder endlessly, right? See, deadlines force action, moving you out of stagnation. And finally, and this one is overrated, talk it out. See, overthinking thrives in isolation. Sometimes just speaking your thoughts out loud to someone you trust can snap you back into clarity. Overthinking is like trying to drive with your foot on the brake. You're burning energy, but going nowhere. You've got the engine, the fuel, the roadmap, but your own hesitation is stopping the motion. Right now, take a second to reflect on a decision you're avoiding. What exactly are you afraid of? Is it a realistic concern? Or is it your brain creating scenarios that aren't truly threats? So here's your actionable challenge. Identify one thing you're currently overthinking. Today, not tomorrow. Take one definitive step towards resolving it. Think send that email. Think make that call. Think accept the offer. Or have that conversation. Break the paralysis and step into action. Listen though, I get it. Breaking free from overthinking isn't easy, but staying trapped is harder. You are not alone. Everyone struggles with this at one point. But remaining stuck? That's a choice. And you're better than a life spent in mental limbo. If this episode resonated, share it with someone who's stuck in their head. Tag me at DannyLivin, DANNYLYVIN. I genuinely want to know how you're breaking free. So until next time, remember, your life is meant to be lived, not just endlessly thought about. Take action and step fully into your life.